Well, David Wills last night had a privilege of asking you a few questions. And I have to confess that I have decided I'm going to try to one-up him. So, Randy, I got permission from Nancy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always a bad sign.
Yeah. And we've known each other for a while.
Yeah?
And so Nancy said that I should try to stump you tonight. So you got a dumb jock trying to stump probably the smartest man on the planet.
Oh, yeah, right.
So this is going to be fun, right? But, we have known each other for, I guess, probably now 17 years or something like that. And you know this story, but I have to confess to all of you, and this will give you tremendous confidence in the leadership of the seed company. I walk into the Seahawks locker room one day, and practice is over, and in my locker are some books. And pro athletes are notorious for getting stuff and loving free stuff.
Being underprivileged as they are.
This is true. We're 1-0, 1-0. But anyway, so there's these books in my locker, and I look at them, and I'm like, cool, somebody sent me some books. And one of them's titled Lord Falgren's Letters. It's a fiction novel Randy wrote. And then there's a couple others. One of them was Money, Possessions, and Eternity. Anyway, I'm looking at them, and I'm pretty ignorant. I'm 26, I think I was, maybe, and had no earthly idea who Randy was. I knew who Max Lucado was. I knew who Chuck Swindoll was. I knew who Chuck Colson was. I knew who Tony Evans was. And I'm like, who in the world is this Randy Alcorn guy? And what is Lord Falgren's Letters? So, being the tremendous leader I am, I didn't respond. I just was like, cool, somebody sent me some books. Well, our friendship was really born a few years later because you're so gracious that you didn't write me off since I was so rude to not respond. And Susan and I had bought into a manufacturing business, and we had believed that God was telling us that we were going to lose our marriage, lose our sanity, lose our physical health if we kept trying to do what we were doing. And my brilliant wife had the wisdom to understand that we probably needed to go to China to manufacture. And we had just read Safely Home. And Safely Home rocked our world. And we called you. Now, who calls somebody like Randy Alcorn? Or better yet, when does somebody like Randy Alcorn answer the phone, right?
I didn't know it was you.
I know. 2-0. But just wait, because I got the questions.
Okay.
And we called you and we asked the question simply, should we go to China? And you said you have to go to China, because if you don't go, who's going? And so that's the context for a long-term friendship. And your writing has challenged us to the core. It's transformed who we are. It's transformed how we think about eternity, eternal perspective, heaven, generosity. And in a loose sense of the word, and with me taking tremendous liberty, you've discipled us. And what we have come to realize is ultimately what we will have is what we give. What we will ultimately have is what we give. So in light of that, I'd love to ask a couple questions, because I would love for our friends to get some Randy. And thanks for being here. Thanks for
what
the
a privilege to be here.